For this class, you'll need either a strap, a yoga strap, or a scarf if you have it. If you don't have either of those, you can just do the default version of the pose that you'll be needing the strap or scarf for. So yeah, have that handy if you have it. If not, it's okay. You can still do the pose. Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's Grow Together yoga class. Today we're going to be doing a surrender class, and it's going to be all about forward folds and hinging at the hips and really surrendering into our forward folds to get the most out of our hamstring stretches and just the quality of letting go overall. So we're going to start in child's pose today. So coming on to hands and knees and then letting your bum come back towards your heels. Stretching your arms in front of you and letting your chest come down towards the ground. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Taking a moment to focus on the hinging at the hips action that we have just in child's pose here. Focusing your attention on your hip creases and how your hips are grounded and heavy. Take a deep breath in towards the lower back. And take a deep breath out. Feeling the quality of this first forward fold here as you focus on your hip creases and how your upper body is folding over your lower body. Keep breathing. And surrender into this pose, letting all expectations go. Just be where you are right now in this moment. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On your inhale, coming up to hands and knees, tabletop position. Expanding each fingertip. Pressing the tops of your feet into the earth. Squeezing your inner thighs together. Take an inhale to drop the belly, lift the gaze, lift your tail. And as you exhale, pull it all up and in for cat pose, looking down, curling the tail. Inhale, look up, drop the belly. And exhale, belly button to spine. Stretching out the spine as you inhale. And exhale it out. Inhale, broad shoulders, chest comes up and in. And exhale, curl the back up. Couple more times. Inhale, fill up. And exhale, push the earth away. Inhale, drop the belly. Last cat, really stretch it out. And inhale back to a neutral spine. And exhale. On your next inhale, coming back into a cow pose. So inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, coming back into child's pose, taking your bum back towards your heels. And really stretching out your hip creases. Inhale, come on up, cow pose. And exhale, feel the fold as you come back into child's pose. Awesome job. Inhale, come on up, fill the belly, cow pose, drop the belly. And exhale, come on back, child's pose, hip creases come back. Last one, inhale, cow. And exhale, come on back for child's pose. Awesome. Inhale, come back to a tabletop, neutral spine. Take your hands a palm print forward, curl your toes under, and lift your hips up and back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale and an exhale. And even in this pose, feel the quality of the hip creases and the angle of your hip creases here as well. Take an inhale and an exhale. Fill it up and empty. Breath in and breath out. Last inhale. Exhale, walking your hands back towards your feet this time. Coming into a ragdoll when you get there. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out, letting the upper body fold over. Bending your knees as much as you like here. Taking opposite elbows. Swaying back and forth. Still being really aware of your hip creases here. Nodding your head yes. And shaking your head no. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Letting go of your elbows on your next inhale, coming up halfway. And exhaling to stay here. Staying in halfway lift. Showing the crown of your head towards the front of the room, so keeping your neck really long. And keep breathing here. Feeling into your hamstrings. Feet are planted into the earth. One last inhale. And exhale, hinging at the hips, fold down. Inhale, spread your wings. Take your fingers to the sides all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale to step your right leg forward. And take it not so far as a lunge, but maybe a couple more steps forward there. Yeah, that's great. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Taking your hands to heart center in breath. And as you exhale, hinging at the hips, moving your chest forward down towards that front leg. If your hamstrings are a little bit tight here, bending into that front leg just a little bit. And eventually, if you're hinging at the hips, you can fold forward here. If you find that you're rounding out through the shoulders, come up a little bit, bend into that front knee, and stay halfway. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Single-legged forward fold here. Grounding into each foot. Take a deep breath in, fill up. And empty. Inhale, bringing your chest up, slowly stacking the spine. Take a deep breath in when you get up there. And a deep breath out. Bending into that front leg a little bit, taking the left foot forward to meet it. Nice. And then taking either your feet closer together or just hip width apart. Coming into a chair flow. So on your inhale, raising your arms up towards the sky. Elbow creases face each other. And on your exhale, sit your bum back into chair. So sitting your bum back like you're sitting into a chair, but keeping the chest raised up. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out to fold, forward fold over the legs. On your inhale, coming back to chair, so sitting your bum back and just raising through the fingertips. Awesome. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Feel the quality of the hip creases. Take a deep breath in, come on up, chair pose. Lifting your fingers up towards the sky. And exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. This time, inhale to halfway lift. And exhale to fold down. Inhale, strong legs as you come all the way up. Palms touch at the top. And exhale, hands to heart center. Nice job. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Stepping your right foot back, coming into the other side, single-legged forward fold. Take an inhale here to find your footing. Hips are level here. Nice. And as you, on your next exhale, folding over that extended leg, hinging at the hips here. And again, feel out through that front leg, feeling a nice healthy stretch. So maybe you bend into it a little bit and stay halfway up. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Trying to keep the legs level. So maybe you take the left hip crease back a little bit, the right hip crease forward. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Staying here for a couple more breaths. Careful not to fold over with your shoulders. Keeping your shoulders nice and broad. And on your next inhale, stacking the spine, coming up, lifting the crown of the head. And take an exhale. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Taking your right leg forward to meet the left once again. Take a deep breath in here. And empty it out. Inhale, raising through the fingertips. And exhale, sitting your bum back for chair. Inhale, raising through the crown. And exhale, folding over your legs as you exhale it all out. Inhale, raising the arms, chair pose, sink the bum back. And exhale, folding down. Strong legs as you inhale, raise the chest high. Bum sinks back. And exhale, fold. One last time, inhale to chair. And exhale to fold over. This time, come up halfway. And exhale to fold, hinging at the hips, surrender. Inhale, taking your arms overhead, letting your palms touch at the top. And exhale, hands to heart center. Nice job. Take an inhale. And take an exhale. Taking your right leg back. And we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. So shifting your hips over to the right side of the room and taking your toes to face that way as well. And then heel toeing your feet out a little bit more than hip width apart. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Taking your hands to your hips. Take an inhale, straighten out the spine, lift the chest. And as you exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward halfway first. Exhale, coming halfway. inhale, fill up with your breath. And exhale, hinging, folding fully. And then if you're close enough to the ground here, just taking your arms down to touch the mat. If you find your hamstrings are still tight and you're having a hard time getting to the ground, come up halfway again, bending out the knees and straightening out the spine. Nice. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Staying here for a few moments, breathing into the hamstrings, feeling into the quality of the hamstrings, the quality of the hip creases and the hinging at the hips, and letting the weight of your head go. Now heel toeing your feet a little bit in towards the midline, not too much, just a little bit further than hip width. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, dropping the hips so you're in a yogi squat. So your toes are going to face out a little bit, sinking your bum. You can either be on your toes here too in a little froggy position, up to you. On your next inhale, taking your palms to heart center. Take an inhale. And take an exhale. Stretching out through the hips. Feeling all four corners of your feet planted into the earth. And on your next exhale, just bowing your head towards your fingertips, surrendering the weight of the head. Taking a few deep breaths here. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, taking your hands behind you, and coming just right down on your seat. Nice, into a cross-legged position here. Take a deep breath in to stack the spine. And then exhale to feel the weight of your sitting bones on the earth. Coming into a heron pose, taking your right leg, your right foot, midfoot in your hands. Keeping a bend in that front knee. And on your next inhale, raising the foot off of the ground. Your knee is at a 90 degree right now. In this, a little bit of a stir-up pose here. And making sure your back is really straight, your chest is lifted. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out to allow the shoulders to drop away from the ears. If you'd like a little bit more of a stretch here, you can start to straighten out through that leg, that extended leg. Just making sure not to fold through the shoulders, but keeping the back really straight and stacked. You might feel a little bit of shakiness here. That's okay. Completely normal. But just make sure you're not feeling any pain through the back or through the knee. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Last breath in here. Feel the hip crease. And exhale to allow that foot to come to the ground. And once it's there, taking the hands away from that foot and coming into a cross-legged position again. Take a deep breath in, stack the spine, and a deep breath out. Taking the left foot in your hands, the mid foot. Take a deep breath in to grow through the crown of the head and exhale it out. Inhale, taking that foot up so that your knee is at a 90 degree, and exhale. Sitting bones are heavy, grounded into the earth as you inhale. Maybe you start to straight out that extended leg, keeping your back lifted, shoulders away from your ears. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Feeling into the left hamstring. Again, feeling the hinging at the hips here, the hip crease against the torso. And breathe. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out to let that foot come to the earth, let the heel touch, and then taking your hands away from the foot, coming into a cross-legged position. Take a deep breath in, fill it up, and a deep breath out. Taking your legs in front of you now, coming into a forward fold. So on your inhale, stacking the spine, again, lifting through the crown of the head. And exhale here, staff pose. Inhale, raising your arms up towards the sky. And exhale, hinging at the hips, taking your torso over your legs. And taking your hands wherever they lay naturally. Anywhere on your legs. Inhale, keeping a straightness of the spine here. And exhale to let the weight of the head fold. Again, if you're folding through the shoulders, just make sure that you bend at the knees a little bit so you can raise the shoulders up. Take the spine really strong and straight. The key to surrendering into forward folds is really the hinge at the hips. And lengthening out the hamstrings. Taking big, deep breaths here to surrender into this, letting go. Letting the breath and the pose calm the nervous system down. Letting your breath take you where you need to go here. Keep breathing into it. Surrendering, letting go of any sensation. Just letting it be how it is. Being aware of it. On your next inhale, slowly coming back into a staff pose by stacking the spine, lifting the chest, and exhale once you get there. Coming to lie down on your back, and then bending your knees and catching them, bringing them in towards the chest. Rocking side to side, massaging out the back muscles. Coming into a lying leg stretch, so I'm going to be explaining a lot here. So just listen to the video and let me guide you through these series of poses. So taking your knee in towards your chest, your right knee in towards your chest and your left leg long. Making both feet super active. And just coming into this one bent leg stretch first. So taking that right knee in towards your chest. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. So a couple of different options here. If you have a strap handy, definitely grab that. Coming into a series of single leg lying stretch. So if you are a little bit less flexible in your hamstrings, stay with the bent leg variation. It's still really nice for your hips while you work on the hamstring stretches throughout the class and throughout working on your practice. If you want, though, you can grab a strap or just use your peace fingers. We'll go through the strap series first. So grabbing the strap and taking it into your mid right foot, so the middle of the scarf. You want to have the scarf long or the strap long. Yeah, so you have a little bit more fabric. And taking the midsection of the rest of the fabric. And then as you inhale, straightening out through that right leg, extending the leg as much as you can, keeping a healthy hamstring stretch. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. You're going to want to keep that left foot pointing straight up to the sky. Nice. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out, stretching out this right hamstring. Nice. If you want to keep that leg bent, go ahead. And if you want a little bit more, you can take your peace fingers to your big toe and straighten out that way. That way, it's just your arm, and you can get a little bit more of a hamstring stretch. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out to take that right knee or your leg over to the side. Your right leg. And taking your left hand to your left hip here to ground that down. So your knee is either coming out, your leg, or taking your peace fingers to your thumb and taking that leg out. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out into your hips. On your next inhale, taking that leg up towards the sky, switching the scarf or the strap out with your left hand or your knee, and then twisting that leg over across your body to the left side of the room. And take that right arm to the side, just right out. Yeah, take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out to look over towards the right side. Stretching it out, twisting now. Letting everything go towards the mat. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. On your next inhale, taking that straight leg up towards the midline or your bent knee. Taking the right hand back to the scarf, back to the strap. That's what you're doing. And then bending the knee slowly and controlled and taking that scarf off, the strap off. Take a deep breath in to take the left leg in towards your chest and hug the knees in towards your chest. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Taking your left knee in and your right leg long. Keeping the toes active. Again, taking your strap or your scarf handy if you like, or keeping the knee bent and keeping the fingers interlaced over the knee. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out to extend that foot up towards the sky, straightening out the leg. Breathing into the hamstring here. And take that right hand and place it on your right hip. Yeah. Grounding it down towards the earth. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Breathing into the left hamstring. Fill up. And as you empty, taking that left leg over towards the left. Keeping the right hip grounded. Left leg doesn't have to come all the way towards the ground. Remember, if your knee is bent, just taking that knee over towards the side, getting a good hip stretch. If you're a little bit more flexible, you have the peace fingers around your toe. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. This should feel really, really nice for your hips. We've done a lot with those hip creases folding over. It's nice to give them a little bit of opening as well. Take a deep breath in to keep the foot up. Get the foot up towards the midline, And exhale, taking that left foot over towards the right for a twist. And exchanging the scarf or the strap over to the right hand. Taking the left arm out to the side, just like the last side. And if ever you're feeling some knee pain, of course, let go of the strap and take the knee. And just come into a simple reclined twist. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out to look towards the left side of the room if you're not already. Let the gaze be heavy. Or close your eyes. Taking big deep breaths here. We're almost done our practice. Really tapping into the letting go, the surrender of this twist. Take a deep breath in to lift that foot up towards the midline, up towards the sky. And exhale, taking it to a bend. And taking the scarf or the strap or letting go of your knee. And then taking both knees toward the chest, hugging them in. And exhale, taking your legs long. Coming into your final Shavasana. So taking maybe a pillow or a blanket or putting some socks on, getting really comfy. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, say in your mind, surrender. Let go. Really keeping this framework of surrendering and letting go through a body scan. From the top of your head, your scalp. Letting go fully of all of the muscles. Your forehead. Your eyes, muscles of your eyes and nose, your cheeks, muscles around your mouth, your jaws, your ears. Surrender and let go. Making your shoulders heavy. All the way down your arms to each fingertip. Surrender, let go. Your upper back and your chest, your heart space drops down towards the earth. Letting all of the belly muscles, the back muscles go. Surrender. Letting everything drop down. All the way down to your hips, your pelvis, your quads, hamstrings, and your knees. Shins and your calves. All the way down to your ankles, the heels and the tip of your toes. Surrender. Let go. Surrender the mind, surrender the thoughts. Letting go of everything, even the breath. Nothing to do but fully let go. Into the earth. Letting everything relax down. Every bone, every muscle, every tendon. Surrenders and lets go. Soft and heavy. Taking a few more moments of sweet stillness here. Starting to inhale, elongate the breath, and exhale. Starting to make little movements with your fingertips and your toes. Circling out the wrists and your ankles. And then bringing your arms right overhead for a big stretch from your fingertips to your toes. Blank slate. Inhale to take your knees to a bend. Come on over to your right side on your exhale. Taking a few deep breaths here. And taking your left hand to the ground to prop yourself up to a seated position with your eyes closed. Inhale to grow through the spine. And exhale. Inhale to take your hands to palm center. And exhale to bow your head towards your fingertips. Inhale to raise the chin. And exhale to blink the eyes open. Thank you so much for taking our surrender class, Forward Folds. And I hope to see you guys next week for our next class. Thank you guys.